Okay. 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 From beautiful, sunny Southern California, it's the Suzanne Summer Show. And here she is.
Yay! My audience of two. Hello, everybody. Well, you know, the desert's so weird. About 4 minutes ago, there was thunder and a huge dark rain cloud that just darkened the whole property. And just now, guess what? It moved aside, and now the sun's out, and it's not going to rain, and the thunder's over there somewhere. That's the weather in the desert is so dramatic. It's like those of you who live in the east, when you get a blizzard or a snowstorm, it's dramatic. The weather here is so dramatic. If it's windy, it's windier than you can even imagine. And then as fast as it came, it slows down. And when it rains in torrents to the side, and then it's over. And just like now the sun's out. Oh well, it's very nice. Very nice.
You sure look cute.
I do? Oh.
So cute.
Wow. Well, I haven't done my makeup yet. I'm going to do my makeup for you today. And I love makeup. I loved makeup my whole life. My sister
There it is.
hated sharing a room with me all those years because I would use all her makeup. And then as a bratty little sister, I'd lie and say, I did not use it. She goes, you did too. And you stole my bras. I did not. I didn't take your bras. But I used to steal her bras, and I'd steal
Well,
one.
she knew you'd stolen her bra because the Kleenex box was empty.
True. It's true. I would steal one for me. She was a 34C at that time with a skinny body. That was a big boob. And my friend Sandy Pippin, I'd get one for her too. And we'd put on my sister's bras and stuff them with Kleenex. So were these little 12-year-old girls with these huge boobs all stuffed with Kleenex. So I remember we were in San Francisco, and it was Christmas time, and we were at the City of Paris, which was one of the nicest stores at the time. And Santa Claus was there, and I said, oh, you want to go see Santa Claus? So we go and we sit on Santa Claus's lap with these huge big boobs, and I look out where all the people are, and there's my Auntie Helen looking at me like,
I'll bet Santa Claus enjoyed it.
Yeah. We must have looked so stupid. Anyway, I did love makeup from the first time I saw makeup, and I'm looking at all our makeup here. You know what's great about our makeup? It's organic makeup. Do you care? I think you do, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. But even if you didn't care, how about putting stuff on your face that's actually good for you? I was just looking at what's in the foundation. It's aloe leaf juice, right? Good for you. Grapeseed oils, good for you. There's more in there, but it's not saying what else is in there. But anyway, everything that's in there, I always say, I wouldn't recommend that you go to bed with your makeup on. But if you went to bed with this makeup on, maybe you're, just dating somebody that you want to just kind of look nice even when you wake up. This is not going to hurt or harm you. This is so great. I'm going to put a little bit on right now myself. This is dark bronze. And I wear dark bronze, I'm so light and I'm so white. But I live in this sunny region here, and I don't lie in the sun. And if I don't have tanning lotion on, which I don't, I use this as my base. And I put this, I bring it down on my neck, and it's so light and so nice. Okay.
I love watching little girls playing with their mother's makeup.
Yeah.
Because you know who they're going to be.
Well, that was me. Well,
That
my
was
mother
you.
didn't really wear makeup. It was my sister. I idolized my sister. And my sister was the head cheerleader at Mercy High School. And you think, well, that's a girls' high school, girls' Catholic. But she was head cheerleader for Sarah High School. And, I just thought she was just so fantastic. And then her boobs grew like in the second year of high school, and they were big and great. I just wanted them so bad. And then when she graduated from high school, she got a job as an executive secretary at the airline, and she went to see Kim Novak in some movie. Remember Kim Novak? And Kim Novak was the first one who had that short hairdo and was platinum blonde. So my sister did her hair platinum blonde with this Kim Novak hairdo. And I used to walk down the road we lived on. It's called Crystal Springs Road in San Bruno, California. And I'm the 12-year-old, flat-chested and gawky. And I'd walk down, and she wore these spring-o-later heels and these pink sheath dresses with the Kim Novak hair, platinum blonde. And I love walking down the street with her because everybody that went by honked their horn at her. And I remember thinking, I want that. I want to be that. So this is how I got like this. Okay, this here, I just put on the Flawless foundation. This is Perfect Finish Concealer. I rarely tell you to get something. I would get both of these in the light and dark, right? Because you have to light your face. That's what doing makeup is. You have to understand how to light your face.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. What's interesting? Lighting your face?
Yeah, lighting your face.
Yeah. And so what
You're
I'm
right.
doing, this is what I do actually when I wake up in the middle of the night and before I get back into bed with you, Alan, I put on highlighter right here because you get red like when you wake up here, but you never see that, do you? Because when you wake up, I've got just this little bit of highlighter on and I look fabulous, don't I? And that's why when you wake up, you go, you're so beautiful. I'm thinking, I cheat a little. But anyway,
So you think it's the makeup, huh?
I think it's the makeup.
Yeah.
I do. Is that what you think?
No,
No. What do you think?
I think it's you.
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true.
Can you see that I have the highlighter on? Okay, now that's the light highlighter, okay? And so what did I do? I just put it under the eye and down the nose and over a little on the cheek. Because the redness of your cheek, if you don't put the lighter highlighter on it, it makes your cheeks look fat, even if they're not. So you're gonna see that this looks really great. Now, oh, I put the dark on. What a moron I am. I was thinking it wasn't light
So
enough.
I'm going to tell them
Okay,
what
and
the
I'm
deal
gonna
is
just
today. Okay?
switch out the dark and put the light on. Wait, just
It's-
show them this.
It's 25% off
Okay.
all the cosmetics that you see here, and more if there's more on the site. Okay,
Okay,
and the code is EYES25.
eyes.
EYES, EYES 25.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to put my eyes on, which I love. Okay, we've
You know,
got.
Suzanne, before you start the eyes, of so many people asking about the photo behind you, yes, that is Suzanne.
Okay,
It's
I
Suzanne
can
in her
tell
early
you.
20s.
I can tell you about that photo.
I didn't put it there. My husband put
I
this
can
picture
tell you
there.
about that
I'm not
photo.
an egomaniac to have a picture.
I
of it.
found a small photograph. Not this. This is large. I found a small one stuck away somewhere, and I remember that this is what Suzanne looked like when we met.
Ah.
Yeah, do you blame me? Take a look. Right?
Here I am, what, 54 years later.
Let's see, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I am 54 years older than
Yeah.
that person there.
Me
Thanks
too.
a lot, Al. Yeah, you are too.
Me too.
Okay, so
But that's what's amazing is that I look at you and you're clearly older, but I mean your beauty is still it's unbelievable how aspirational your
Wow.
looks are, and not just for your age, but
Wow.
like to see you. It's 50 years. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, I have your back. Thank you. That's so sweet. I have your back out there. The reason, I find if you follow the flow of the journey we're on, it takes you to the right place. I didn't plan to do this or be this for me or for you. But when I found all these things for myself, namely hormones just were life-changing for me. And I think for you, Caroline, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just a different paradigm. You just age a different way.
And for me.
And for you, yeah. And so, my most recent book, I talk about it all the time. I love this book. Can you grab it, Alan? A New Way to Age. And what I essentially say in there, it's on that chair over there, that aging is about worn out parts. And so what we can do now, rather than just let the parts wear out, like an old car that you have to just stick in the junkyard, thanks. What I talk about in this book is that you can put back what you've lost in the aging process and rejuvenate the worn out parts. And here, Al, I'm going to give it back to you. And and you grab some extra years, and it's not desperate. I just feel so good. What hormones have done for me, and if ever you want me to just do a whole show where I talk about nothing but hormones, Caroline will kill me. We'll find a way to work our products in there. But I love talking about it because it's such a game changer for me, for you, for him, for her. It's just life changing, and it's non-drug. That's what I love about it. Okay, so
and in the same vein, for those of you who are new, if you're not familiar with Suzanne Organics, Suzanne's entire cosmetic line has no pegs, no parabens, no
Right.
artificial colors, no
Right.
artificial fragrance.
Right.
She uses nutrition, she uses superfoods, and she uses minerals. So you end up with makeup that's actually good for you, and it's part of her whole program. And you're not giving up anything by getting rid of the chemicals and toxins that you find in conventional products.
she's right. You're not only not giving up anything, you're getting so much. Okay, we have this back. This took a long time to get. This is the eyeshadow Essential Naturals. And
Neutrals.
neutrals. We've got like some shimmer in there. What I like to do with my eyes on the lid.
Oh wait, Suzanne, I think you have the gold one. I think that's the gold shimmer.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Do you,
use.
do you have the smoky eye one?
I do, but I
That's
want to do this first.
Okay, perfect. The other one is the one that's
Yeah.
been out of stock.
See, I've got the gold on my eyes, and then I'm going to do the smoky part. Can you see? Like, okay, that's looking pretty good there. Okay. Now this, which I love, and you can mix them all up, but I like right now, I'm ready to take that would be the cocoa down here, this one right down here. You will love this. And again, do you wear eye makeup and your eyes run and irritated and they're burned? It won't with this because there's nothing bad in it. It's all good stuff in here. Okay.
So
now.
while you're doing that, I'm going to read
All right,
this from
now.
Darlene Campbell.
Okay. I'm
I
putting
am-
it, let me just tell. I'm just brushing it in the corner here. Okay, now you talk. Go.
Okay. She says, Darlene Campbell says, I am, and in caps, obsessed with your body butter.
Oh.
I've tried a lot too. It literally feels like butter and makes my skin soft and healthy shine. My 25-year-old daughter tried the scrub and was like, wow, this product is awesome. And she is a makeup artist.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's my physical therapist, which I still do physical therapy every other day, and I will until everything is all back in place. And I send him stuff, and he just waxes poetic about the body butter, too. Okay, so I smoked up my eyes. Let me see, can I use more? Maybe. All right, now I want to put a little...
And also, when you're using the eyeshadow quad, guys, the color is quite intense.
Yeah.
So make sure you tap your
Yeah.
eyeshadow brush
Yeah.
a little bit. Otherwise, it can go on, because the minerals have an intensity. You would think if you're not using artificial stuff that it would be less intense, but it's actually more intense with the real mineral color in there.
Okay, so now I put a little dark under here, just to smoke them up a little bit. I think I'm gonna smoke this in here a little bit. So you like do the crease of your eyelid, and then you wanna like bring a little shadow down the side of your nose. That's one of the first tricks I learned. My first makeup artist, and you can see it when you watch Three's Company. Year one, I knew nothing. I was like, "Whoa," and I didn't have the character down. And then I found Bjorn. Remember Bjorn, Alan?
Bjorn Saylor.
Bjorn Saylor. He
What,
unfortunately
the most,
died of,
the handsome, he was
Oh.
movie star handsome.
and he died of AIDS in
And he
that
was a
era where so
beautiful
many
person.
died of AIDS. He was so beautiful. And first time he did my makeup, and I'd never had my makeup professionally done, he said, "Baby, Chrissy Snow should have big red cheeks and dark eyes and snow white hair and pink lips." And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So we did it, and if you see a marked difference from year one to year two, it was just, we changed my colors somewhat, and it made, as soon as he did that, I knew how to be Chrissy Snow. When my hair was snow white, and I put the two ponytails in, my shoulders went up, and my eyes got bigger because they were all black, and my lips and everything, and I became her. All right, okay, that's enough of me being her, but I sure enjoyed it. All right.
So just a note, when you started, you had such a pretty daytime look.
Yeah.
And you looked like just lovely. Like it didn't look like a real makeup look.
Yeah.
In like 4 minutes, you've gone to this smoky eye, and now it's like very dramatic and glamorous.
Well, let's get it even more so, because gosh, I love glamour.
And if you sleep with it tonight and you'll wake up in the morning,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
all skanky.
Now here is the all right, here is the desert shimmer. I'm going to do a little shading here. Okay, bring it here. All right, I'm going to bring a little here and along the edge of the jawline and down, and then I see my favorite lipstick, caramelized peach.
And for those of you asking, yes, Suzanne's products are all cruelty-free. There's no animal testing.
Oh, gosh,
they're vegan.
yes. Right.
They're gluten-free, and they're all made in the USA.
This is so much fun. I just used caramelized peach, but now I'm going to put a little honey glow right here, right on the bottom, because when you make the middle of your lower lip lighter than the rest of the lip, it gives you a pouty lip without Botox or whatever they put in lips. I have nothing in my lips other than lipstick and Kisses by Alan Hamel. Okay, all right. Now I have a little mascara on, but I'm going to put a little bit of our mascara on.
And by the way, 25% off all cosmetics, and the promo code is EYES, EYES, 25
'Cause eyes only have eyes
at
for
SuzanneSummers.com.
you. Okay. Now,
Catherine Cat said you look 40. It's true.
thank you. Thanks.
Her products are organic, and she uses no chemicals. They're cruelty-free, made in America, no pegs, no parabens. She uses minerals for color, and there's no lead in her lipstick. There's no glue in her eyeshadow. She doesn't press her powders with petroleum. You have no idea what's in conventional makeup products if you haven't looked into it, because they banned all those things for the food supply, but not for cosmetics.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? You can use all that crap on your face.
You know, when we're in a restaurant and, the lady at the next table finishes dinner and she takes out her lipstick and puts it on and then does that thing with your lips, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I feel like saying to her, you are putting lead into your
You're obsessed with that.
into your bloodstream. I am, in your bloodstream, and it's going to go to your brain and your bones.
And our lipstick has no lead.
No.
It's amazing I even have to say that. And it also has kapusu and shea butter.
Kapusu,
and
yeah.
what do you
I
have?
love kapusu.
Do you have kapusu at home, ladies and gentlemen?
We
You
have a
don't.
little bottle. We have a little bottle, a little tiny bottle.
No, we don't.
No, we don't have.
We don't. That's Alan lying. We have no kapusu, but we have it in so many of our makeup items. And you know what? Alan uses a little makeup. Alan yesterday had a couple of things removed from his face, and today we used the dark concealer. And you can't see. Come over here, Al.
Okay.
I'll show them how you can't see that they cut a thing here and a thing there, and stitches and everything. And I sent it to my granddaughter, who is Caroline's daughter, who shares a mutual interest in loving to see gory things like that.
I can't look at it.
He can't look
I
at
can't
his
look
own, his
at
own
it.
self. I was watching it, and I said, let me just get a video of that. And I called Camelia today, and I said, oh, I have some video that you're going to love.
I'm the only non-doctor in the family.
You are.
All my cousins are doctors, okay?
You're the bum.
And I went to the lab once with a man that I shared a room with when my mother had a boarding house. Yes, I was raised in a boarding house. And his name was Okechukwu Ikejani. He was Nigerian.
A black guy.
Alan, I think we might be able
Well,
to
it's a
see you
black
better
Nigerian
from the other
prince.
side.
Correct.
Yeah, it was
Pardon?
a, what?
I think we might be able to see you better from the other side. You're a little cut off on
Come over
the
here.
frame.
No, I thought it
Yeah.
was great that you lived with a black Nigerian prince, 8 Chinese brothers, a hooker,
Yeah, French-Canadian.
a French Canadian hooker, a a minister.
Yeah, a Scottish minister.
Van Alphen was his name?
No, it was the Reverend John A. Sutherland.
I got him mixed up. And
Van
then,
Alphen was the cartographer
Okay.
from Holland.
Okay, you know what is so interesting about the boarding house he lived in all his life is how expansive it made you.
Yeah.
And what an incredible environment to
I learned
live
how
in.
to swear in Chinese.
Yeah, it's like traveling without traveling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many
You
of you
get
know how to
worldly
swear in
influence.
Chinese? Do you know how to swear in Chinese?
I know the words you've taught me, and I'm not going to say it because he taught me a song about Tsar Nikolai, and he taught. I'm not going to sing it because there's other people who are going to know what it means. I didn't know what it meant, and I just was proud that I learned all this language. What language was it? Polish?
Polish, Russian.
Russian. And so he said, listen what I taught, what Suzanne can sing. So I sing this song about Tsar Nikolai, having no idea what it meant, and his mother was going, and that was the first time you screwed me, Alan. Really screwed me. And then I learned what I was singing.
Now my mother loved it. She did.
You just got this imp in you.
Imp.
Imp, right.
I love that
Hey,
word.
ladies and gentlemen, how
Imp.
did you like Alan the model in the fashion show the other day?
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
love to hear your comments.
It was the comments were interesting
Yeah.
because some of them were very complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
There were other people who said, "That's disgusting."
I think, don't you, Caroline? I think there were very few that's disgusting. I think it was overwhelmingly, oh, Al. Oh, Al.
There were a handful, but you know, that's if you try to please everyone, you're just mashed potatoes, and sometimes you need some spice.
Yeah. You can't please everybody. The things you learn as you get older, you can't please everybody, and there is no perfect. And I remember saying to my therapist one day, I don't know, I try so hard to be perfect all the time. I never hit the mark. And she goes, well, welcome to the rest of us. And it was like a light bulb went off. I thought, yeah, why am I trying so hard to be perfect all the time? So now I'm happily imperfect. And I accept all my imperfections, and I accept everything I've done right and everything I've done wrong as the pile that is inside of me. I'm good. I'm bad. I'm mostly good. I really try. I really try.
You're good.
To be the best person I can be, and for the rest of my life, with the injury I had this year and the fact that I have recovered so beautifully. And my physical therapist was telling me the other day, you mentioned Christopher Reeve, and I said, what? I said, yeah, what happened to Christopher Reeve, Superman? He said, he broke his neck. And I said, and he became a quadriplegic who couldn't use his arms or legs or neck and was in a wheelchair for the rest of his life and couldn't speak very well. And then I realized how lucky I am. That could have happened to me. I broke my neck and my spine, and look, I'm talking, I'm moving my head. It's I'm not 100%, but I've almost got it. So I'm living in gratitude, and you have to focus in life on what you have rather than what you don't have. I have my life and health and love, and you, all of you out there, and you went through this with me. Remember the 2 months I had to wear that dog collar 24/7? That was hard. But the doctor, the surgeon, when I went back to him the day that he was finally going to take that off, he said, I can tell you've been wearing it. And I said, how can you tell? Because I never took it off. He said, don't take it off. And I thought, I want to get well, I'm not taking it off. I wore it in the shower, I wore it everywhere. And he said, because it's filthy. Because when you get it all wet and then you have to wait for it to dry on the inside, there's some like fabric in there. It was a little,
that's uncomfortable.
yeah, it was really funky. But I think that being able to wear that for 2 months, 24/7, was really very, very healing. So in life, be grateful for what you have rather than what you don't have.
So,
Yeah.
Judy Troy
Judy Troy.
says, I cannot swear in Chinese, but know how to swear in Polish. Well,
Oh.
okay,
Why do you two
I
swear
do-
together?
I do too, and I also know how to swear in Russian.
Oh, why
I
don't
know
you and
I know the
why don't
worst-
you and Judy swear together? Let's
Oh
see
no,
what
no,
happens.
I don't want to do it.
It'll get too bad, too funky,
It's
too
really
raunchy?
bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean
oh.
the Russian one
Oh.
has to do with your mother. You don't want to hear that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we all know that one.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Why
You
is
should
it?
have heard what?
You know, in most languages, you know, the worst thing you can say to somebody or about somebody when you're swearing, it has your mother in it.
I know.
What's
I
that
know.
about?
Because them's,
Respect for the mother.
yeah, and them's fighting words. Somebody said something about your mother, that's when even someone who doesn't have, use their fists is gonna go after them.
Yep.
Imagine anybody saying anything bad about your mother,
No.
or your mother, Caroline.
There's the
Yeah, of
cosmetics.
course,
Yeah, yeah.
They're all the cosmetics.
Yeah, oh, and by the way, our beautiful brushes, you can.
no. We don't have the brushes anymore, Suzanne.
That's what I was gonna
They're
say, you can't have the brushes.
But you know what? You could put some blush on. Those blushes are in front
I
of your mirror.
could.
You can't see them.
Okay, here is Berry Pop, which I like very much. Here's Caramelized Peach. For me, I like Caramelized Peach. And this one is Honey Glow. Well, I love all three of them, but I think today I'm going to do a little Caramelized Peach.
And you can see the colors a little better on the website if you guys go to SuzanneSummers.com.
Oh, that looks,
You
that's
can
a
see
nice
the colors
thing.
next to one another. It's a little easier to tell.
Yeah.
The caramelized peach has a little bit of that peachy or more warmer tone in it. The berry pop is more in the pink tone. And the honey glow is the lightest and the most, I would say, like the lightest pink, kind of neutral. They're all pretty. They all match with a variety of skin tones, which is what makes them match of so many different types of people. Because it blends into your skin in a way that it's not heavy makeup.
So
Well, aren't I having
surfing,
fun? I'm just sitting here putting on makeup.
yeah,
which I just love to
surfing
do.
a sea says, why are you moving the camera? Well, because I want everyone to see all the cosmetics.
Are they criticizing your camera
Okay.
work? Oh,
I thought it was
Aw.
pretty smooth. These
I
are
do
all the
too.
cosmetics.
I know.
So you can't see it in one shot, so I'm just showing you everything.
well, you
okay?
know what's great about all these?
If it was me, I'd buy everything on the table.
Color cosmetics is. Have you gone to any department stores and asked them for organic makeup? They don't have it. Have you looked at any magazine ads?
No, you know what they have? They have something called natural.
Right, but it's not organic.
No.
And have you ever been to cosmetics departments in fancy department stores? They don't have it, because if they have organic, clean makeup, then it makes you think, does that mean the other stuff's not clean and not good? And then mine would be the only one that's sold. So you're really only exposed to this beautiful organic color cosmetics online here. Now, I'm not seeing on any of these my certified toxic free. Are they not, Caroline?
Our makeup company will not go through the certified
Okay,
toxic
okay.
free foundation.
But it does say.
If they would be approved, but for
Yeah.
some reason, this manufacturer won't submit through the certified toxic free, but they would qualify.
But what it does say here is certified organic. So you're getting organic makeup, organic eye makeup, things that won't irritate your eyes and frustrate your skin. I'm not going to hiccup again. That was an unusual experience. Anyway.
So the Essential Neutrals eyeshadow palette is the one that's been out of stock, and it has those 4 colors in it. You can go very natural for day, then you can go deep into a smoky eye for night. A lot of you have been asking about that, so you can jump in on that today. The other eyeshadow quad, if you're looking for that, is the Golden Shimmer, which is a lot of pretty golden shades.
Yeah.
And it has shimmer in it. And some of you were asking about the foundation colors. With 4 foundation colors, Suzanne has the lightest one is called Porcelain Light. The next one is called Sand. The next deepest one is called Honey, which is sort of a medium, starts getting a little warmer color. And then the darkest one is Dark Bronze. And again, they blend with your skin tone, so
I'll
you
put them
don't
in
get
the
like a
front.
serious line on the edge of your face.
No.
Here's Suzanne using the darkest color, and she just looks like a sunny California girl.
That's all I do. I just put a little on my cheeks and I drag it down a little bit just to kind of give me a little tan.
And then, of course, Suzanne's mascara has no glue in it.
No glue.
And it's super silky. You want to, like, put a coat on and let it dry and then use another coat.
Isn't it weird to even have to say no glue in our mascara? And how we've never even questioned the makeup that we've been using and the ingredients that's been in the makeup that we've been using. I think the most profound is that the lipstick most of us have been using all our lives has lead in it. Here's why that matters. The body has no mechanism for getting rid of lead. It's a toxin, and it tries its best to keep it away from your precious organs and glands, you know, thyroid, thymus, adrenal, the brain, etc. So the brain, in its wisdom, says, well, this lead is not good for you. You know what I can do? I'll store it in your bones. You can handle it in your bones. It's going to just rest in your bones, except if you fall or when you get older, if you break something, guess what? The bone breaks. Guess what leaks out? The lead leaks out. Guess where the lead wants to go? Your precious organs and glands, most likely your brain, because all the toxins want to end up in the brain, which is 65% fat. Now, why do you care? Well, the more toxins that get in your brain, the more the brain itself has to shrink to make room for the toxins. Makes sense, doesn't it? So the brain is essentially the hypothalamus, the pineal, and the pituitary. So now the lead comes into the brain along with all the other toxins that were, you know, in your GI tract and coming in through non-organic makeup and the air we breathe. And pretty soon you have brain issues. I'm no doctor or scientist, but I've written 27 books and I know a lot about what goes on in the brain. And it makes sense to me that so much of the brain dysfunction that we're experiencing from our youngest to our oldest, from ADD to Alzheimer's, there's a big range of issues that happens between those two things. Could very well be that it's the toxins getting into the brain and pushing the essential part of the brain away, and then by the time the signaling system gets down to the thyroid's your orchestra leader. The thyroid is what says estrogen, you do this, and progesterone, you do that, and DHEA, you do this, and minerals do that, and nutrients do that. You lose your conductor because the brain's not working. We're a system. We're not just one thing. We're a system. And the more I understand that we're a system and how we all work together, I realize that the body wants balance. So what does that have to do with makeup? Well, this makeup won't upset your body balance because the brain goes, oh, I can use grapeseed oil. I know what to use that for. Oh, I can use aloe vera leaf juice. I can use olive extract. All these things that we have in our makeup, the brain goes, oh, that's good. Those are nutrients and minerals, and I can move them around and put them in the parts of your body that can benefit from those things. Doesn't it make sense? So that's how we got into this business that I never planned to be in, and that's what's so exciting about this business. And what's so exciting about you out there is you're with me. You get it. You have bought into the message, and I don't know about you, but I want to live another. Well, I just read something where I said I want to live till I'm 120. I want to live till I'm 120, as long as you do, Alan. Are you going to?
I don't have an expiration date.
Yeah, he wants to live longer than that. But if I can get to 120, then I'll renegotiate. But I was talking to a longevity doctor, and he said, that's not an out of the ordinary kind of aspiration to live that long. He said, people are now living well into their 90s, and we all know people who are in their 90s now, like Jackie Mason died this week. He was so funny. Oh my God, he was so funny. 93. A lot of people I know are dying in their 90s. My cousin, who's I always think of as my Aunt Betty, who died last week, she was 97.
Who did I mention yesterday was 100?
Angie Dickinson.
Angie Dickinson.
Angie Dickinson.
I would love to see her today.
Oh, I would too, and she's so cool. I interviewed
Yeah.
Angie Dickinson in my in my book Wednesday's Children, and because she had abuse as a child, but the more I talked to her, it was an interesting kind of interview because oh man, did she have wonderful affairs in her life. Let's start with Sinatra. He had fun with a lot of girls. And she had a good time. She was so beautiful, and she was beautiful in a way that she's not a classic beauty. She was just
She was sexy.
Sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why men just loved her so much.
She's probably still sexy.
I bet she is. She's
Yeah.
got that. You know
When
what?
you're sexy, you're
I'm going
sexy.
to see if I can track her down. I'd like to talk to her. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can bring her out here. Maybe we can put her on the show. Wouldn't that be good? We'll do her makeup.
Okay.
Mm.
So I have something here. Penny Chase
Penny Chase.
says it's extremely hard to order your makeup because who knows the right colors that would match my skin tone. I'd love to try it, but not prepared to deal with a return if it doesn't work. Okay, Penny, you're in luck. Go to SuzanneSummers.com, go to the Cosmetics, and all the true colors are
Yeah.
laid out there,
Yeah.
and you can see exactly what the color is.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, it is always hard with makeup because you want to put it on your skin and see how it looks. We do have a return policy, so you can return it. I know some people think that's a pain, but once you find your makeup,
yeah.
you're true to your makeup for
Yeah.
a long time.
Then
Once I
you'll
started
just-
using Suzanne's products, I stopped looking at other makeup.
Yeah.
So if you can get through that initial trying something new and finding that right
You can
color
take that
for you,
out.
we will refund the one that isn't a color match, and then you'll have your color, and you can order
Yeah.
it, and it will just be easy, and you won't ever have to think about it again. So
I
I,
would
hope
do
you'll
that.
jump in and
It'll
try
be-
it and find the right color for you.
Yeah, and I mean, face it, how often do you go to stores anymore? I don't. I do everything online, and so sometimes you have to. It takes a couple of attempts to get exactly the right color. If there's not one lipstick here you're not going to like. They're all beautiful. I mean, look at this.
Suzanne has a whole line of, they're basically different shades of neutrals.
Yeah.
So they match so many different skin colors. So if you wanted a little more pink,
Yeah.
you're going to go to, like I said, the Berry Pops, or in the lipstick,
Yeah.
if you want something that's kind of nude, you're going to go for that like antique rose. If you want something a little warmer, which are the colors that Suzanne likes, she goes for the caramelized peach and the coral
Yeah.
crush.
When I
And
wear,
those have a little bit more of the orange tone in it.
she's right, and my colors are, and you'll be surprised, is I wear dark bronze base, which I put on, which is not dark, it's just tan. It really should be called tan, I guess. And then I use the light highlighter, and then I use the dark highlighter for horrid age spots. And then I use the charcoal quad, the essential neutrals, yeah, this one. And I use the golden shimmer to get my kind of, because I find when I use those non-organic shimmer kind of shadows, I start getting irritated. My eyes, the particles drip into my eyes. I don't like it. And then I can use any one of our lipsticks. They're all creamy and peachy and pinky, and you kind of can't go wrong. What are you looking at, Al?
So I just had an idea.
What'd you? Oh.
I had an idea.
You did.
I did.
You did.
So this is our Gut Renew 30-day challenge. This is the guidebook here. But I looked inside,
Yeah. You want me to hold it? Yeah.
and here are some of the recipes for the smoothies
Uh-huh.
made with Gut Renew.
Uh-huh.
And I'll bet we have a lipstick to match each smoothie. Caroline?
Well, Garnet is pretty close to that raspberry smoothie.
That's
Yeah.
this one here.
It's not quite as deep.
No,
Okay.
it's
I would
not.
say Honey Glow looks like the strawberry banana smoothie.
There you go.
Which one's that? This one.
Yeah, I don't think we don't have a brown or a purple.
No,
Or
we
a
don't.
Green.
I
No,
guess
we
that's not
don't.
such a good
It
idea after
wasn't.
all.
It wasn't fabulous, your
No.
idea, but you're fabulous. So
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Alan,
But you know what a lot of people do with the foundations too, guys, is look at the foundations and pick two, because what that does for me, like the porcelain light is too light for me. I'm of
Me too.
complexion. Porcelain
too.
light is if you are very fair skinned. If people always say to you, "Oh my gosh, you have such fair skin," you're porcelain. The next one
You're
is
right.
sand, and the one after that is honey. So these are the two medium colors. I get both of them because in the
Then you
summer
mix
I
it
get
together.
a little tanner,
Yeah.
and then I mix them.
Yeah,
And then in the winter I tend to use more of the sand. Suzanne uses that dark bronze, which will match deeper skin tones. It's not like it's only
Right.
for fair people who want to look tan. That will match. You know, if you have deep colored brown skin, it's not going to be dark enough for you. And I know we need more colors. Our manufacturers we're having a very difficult time getting
Everything
the
right
additional
now.
colors that we need.
Since the pandemic, everything is hard to get. Our bottles are hard to get. The components. Al and I are building a house, and the reason we're not able to move from this house into our new house, we can't get lumber. There's just a cog in the machinery right now. So it's all going to change. But she's right. Get a couple of the colors and mix them together. Maybe that's going to be your magic perfect color.
That's what I do, and
Yeah.
it changes throughout the year too.
Yeah.
Violet came into my room the other day and she said, "Can I use some of your foundation?" And I was like, "Sure," because she's been using sand, and now it's summer, and she's been out in the sun more, and she needs honey now.
Huh.
So this is what we do. We mix it up, and you can adjust it to yourself. But the thing is, it's got such beautiful. It blends so smoothly into your skin, and again, no pegs, no parabens, no chemicals, no toxins. Suzanne's put so much superfood and nutrients into the makeup, but it's actually good for you. You're not putting something on your skin that you're going to feel bad about. It's actually helping your skin.
I can't wait to see Violet. I haven't seen Violet in months. I'm going to see her in a week. I can't wait. Tell her I got her her beautiful
collection
card.
arrived today.
Oh, that's the good news and the bad news. Now where to put it?
You know what? She's actually done an amazing job. She opened all the boxes. We got her a couple extra clothing racks, and
Oh, great.
she's really done a good job
Great.
organizing everything.
Great.
And I'm just happy it arrived safely.
Great.
It's
Yeah.
always scary.
Well, tell her I got her beautiful card, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, I think what Caroline just said about mixing the makeups together, you're going to make your own color, and you know your skin color. If you're white, then you get the lightest one. But I can't. That's just like that's like makes me look like a geisha if I put that on. It's too white for me.
So some friends are asking about powder, Suzanne. Can
Yes.
you talk about powder?
Yeah, well, we have our sheer press powder, which you saw me putting on. That's this is the medium dark, and this is the light. I've been wearing the light, but let me see what happens if I put the dark on, because who cares? I'm just, after this, I'm gonna,
So these are the same colors as the concealer. So the lighter one is called light medium,
yeah.
and the darker one is called medium dark.
Yeah.
And you have the concealer and the pressed powder
Yeah.
in those two colors.
Oh, it's so nice, and it's so not thick. There. How do I look? I gotta play that character, whoever this character that is that's in me. She
That's
talks
Glor-
like that all the time.
That's Gloria.
It is Gloria. I
Yeah.
know. Alan said to me the other day, "It's too bad we're enjoying our life so much." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You are so rife for a sitcom." I said, "I know, but then I'd have to get up early and get out of bed and go to work." I did that for so many decades. That I'm just, you know what? I'm just loving my life right now. I love that we do the 3 shows with you every week. And I'd like to say you're all I do, but I do so many other shows on the other days. I work every single day. But you know what's great? I don't have to leave my house, and it's so wonderful. And I thought about, if I do a sitcom again, I love my mornings. I don't know about you, but here's my morning. I wake up with Alan Hamill telling me I'm so beautiful. Honestly, that's the first thing I hear in the morning. What a way to start the day. And I just look over and go, thanks. And then he goes and makes his incredible coffee. And while I'm still waking up, I smell the coffee in the little kitchenette in our little bedroom up there. And then he brings it around, this I love, around the bed to my side of the bed and puts it over here. Why? I don't like it when you pass it across the bed. It's hot and it might spill. Okay, so now I have my perfect coffee here. And by now I've opened my eyes a little bit, and I grab my iPhone, which we all do, to see if anything came in the night, and we turn on the morning programs and we switch around to all the programs. By then I finish my first cup of coffee, and then he brings the second one, but know what? He doesn't pass it across the bed because it's still hot and it'll still drip. He walks it around the bed. So far, have you noticed, I haven't even gotten out of bed. This is my morning. I could lie there till 11 o'clock, and sometimes I do. And I think, you know what? I'm 74. In a few months, I'll be 75. I've been jumping out of bed at the crack of dawn for the last 40, 50 years, and I'm enjoying that I don't have to do that anymore. So that's why I'm not doing a sitcom. I'm just doing my
No, but
shows
you know
with
what?
you. Yeah.
It would be a tough decision
Uh-huh.
if somebody came to us, one of the
Painful.
the writer producers we admire.
I know.
Any one of those.
I know.
There are about 6 or 8 of them we really
I
admire.
know. The last dinner party we went to.
I know. If one of
Yeah.
them,
Oh.
came to us with something that was you just couldn't turn down, then we'd have to do it in our
Painful.
house.
Oh.
Yeah, we do a sitcom in our house.
When I was at a dinner party last year, before the pandemic, and Norman Lear was there, and I said to Norman, you know, you're on my bucket list. And he said, what do you mean? I said, you're probably the only one I haven't worked with who's on my list of people I want to work with. He said, I want to work with you. He said, you want to do a series? And now it's that moment going, yeah, with you, yeah, oh God. And then the pandemic came. But I admire Norman Lear so much. Man, he did some of the funniest shows. And let's just go to the best of all, Archie Bunker and Edith Bunker. And All in the Family. That was so groundbreaking and so incredible. Who's that? That's you?
Oh,
That's your spam.
it's my bookie.
Yeah. Turn it off, Al.
Okay.
Turn it off.
Okay, it'll go off in a minute.
Patty J loves the Coral Crush blush.
I do too, Patty. I do too. It's so great. The reason he did answer it is, I don't know about you, but he gets several spam calls a day. And I do too, and so many of them are from Redondo Beach. I don't know who that is, but anyway.
So are mine.
From Redondo Beach. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting?
And I have 2 siblings who live in Redondo, so I sometimes think it's
Yeah.
one of them.
Oh, yeah, and it's not. It's bad
You know what
guy.
you guys need to do? Bruce is doing a commercial for a company called RoboKiller.
Oh.
And what they do is they automatically answer your spam calls, and they
Oh.
have all these funny recordings where they keep the spammers on the line. Like they have like some guy who, pretends to be out fishing, and it's like, hold on a minute, I'm reeling one in.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, it cuts down. It's called RoboKiller. They cut down on your robocalls.
What a perfect account for Bruce, because Bruce totally understands the whole internet thing. That's so great.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different voices, but
Yeah.
it does cut down on your spam calls, giving them a free plug.
Yeah. Huh. Nice.
Sandra Perrick says your lighting looks great today.
Oh, yeah? Maybe
And
it's the
she
makeup.
said, you look great, and the photo on the back wall, wow. And by the way, can I borrow Al for a little while? What a great guy.
Barbara, I love
Sandra.
you. Sandra, I love you. I would do anything for all of you. And you know I would, except Al's mine. Just on his coffee alone, Al is
She's not
mine.
sharing.
Yeah, I'm not sharing Al. But I do share him with you. I let you have fun with him. The other day, I actually saw parts of Al in the fashion show that even after 54 years, I've never seen.
Really?
Some of the Als I saw the other day.
Really?
Yeah, the walk towards the camera and with the hat and the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, and then when you wore the short version of it and your turquoise underpants were showing here and there, and you didn't mind it, did you? You kind of liked showing
No,
your
I didn't
underpants
mind
a
that
little
at
bit.
all. Yeah.
And Leslie and I were keeping you covered up. Like, wow. Right. But,
Hey, on Instagram, Cow Ponies Seahorses said, how are we supposed to know what cosmetics Suzanne is talking about? I'm guessing she has her own line that I've not heard about yet. Great. I'm in Lodi in rural Northern California.
I know where Lodi is. I have a nephew there. Are you just tuning in? Because I've been talking.
She just wasn't aware that you had a cosmetics line,
Oh,
so she's
I
hearing
have-
you talk about cosmetics, but she doesn't know that it's yours.
Oh, I have organic skin care, hair care, color
We'll-
cosmetics, and
We'll,
household
we'll show
cleaning
you
products.
everything. Here it is right here.
Yeah,
See?
all these beautiful cosmetics. Which I've
lipsticks.
sort of messed it up here. Yeah, let me just clean it up here a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
There you see all
Yeah.
the cosmetics.
The blush, the powders, dark, light, the foundation from light to dark, yeah, we got the blushes. This is the bronze shimmer, which is like bronzing. Oh, I can do that here. I love bronzing my
But if you want to see the
shoulders.
true colors, go to SuzanneSummers.com. And remember, it's 25% off all cosmetics. Promo code EYES25
Yeah.
at SuzanneSummers.com.
And then there's the
25% off all cosmetics. EYES25 is the promo code.
Then there's the golden shimmer shadow set, so that you can have kind of the gold on your eyes. And here's the eyeshadow essential neutrals, the from dark to light, which I use every day of my life, every day. You can see how I get it in the corners here. There's our mascara with no glue, need I say that? And then all these beautiful colors of lipstick that are all creamy, pinky, peachy. Any one of those colors will look good on you. And the darkest is the garnet. But I just sort of layer on, as you saw, I put on the caramelized peach, and then I put the honey glow, and then I put a little berry pop. And I love playing with all of our makeup. It's so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed our show today. I'm really proud to be able to bring to you color cosmetics that are good for you. We women love makeup. And as we grow older, as an older woman now, we need to wear some makeup every day. Caroline is still in her 50s, and she can go pretty much makeup less. And when
No,
I
need concealer.
concealer, okay. When
Yeah,
I was,
I feel better with concealer and at least a flick of mascara, a little lipstick.
so, but you don't get up in the middle of the night and put on concealer, do you? Like me.
Not in the middle of the night, no.
If I didn't have to pee at 3:30, what is it about 3:30? Do you all have to pee at 3:30? It's 3:30 always. And then I put on a little concealer, and then I go get back in bed, and it takes me a little while to turn off the monkey brain, because what I'm doing right now, because we've sold our house of 45 years, can you imagine what's here? And September 1st, I take possession of the new interim house we're going to be in. It's not our house, but we have an interim house until our other house is finished. And the only reason the other house isn't finished is because of the pandemic, and we can't get plywood, and we can't get wood, and we can't get the right, luckily I ordered all the appliances before it all started, so I've got appliances. But anyway, it was clear to me that I was going to be able to, from this house, make that transition. So we found an interim house, and you'll love it. You'll love coming over to my new house. It keeps me awake at night. Like Caroline was in my back kitchen the other day, which is always hustling and bustling. And if you live here, I gave revivals down here 300 cookbooks. A lot of them are brand new, never used, because I thought, why do I have 3 brand new Wolfgang Pucks? And why do I have 3 Mario Batalis? Because I had a talk show, and cooks and chefs and cookbook authors were always coming on, and they'd bring me 2 or 3 books, and I took them all home. And so here at Revivals, I brought 300 cookbooks to them, most of them never used. And you might find notes of mine stuck inside. I don't know. I wasn't real careful, but so what? I have no secrets. And but packing up a 45-year life and eliminating clutter, and maybe that's what this is all about. Maybe at this age, what you want to do is minimize your clutter, minimize all the stuff that we don't really need. I can't believe the stuff I throw out. I look at it and I go, I'm never going to look at this again. I'm never going to use this again. You understand, don't you? What do you want to tell them, Alan? I can feel by your body language.
Just before we go,
Yeah.
okay, one more time, 25% off
Yeah.
all cosmetics. Promo code ICE25 at SuzanneSummers.com.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is here for Facebook Live. 25% off all cosmetics. Promo code ICE25 at SuzanneSummers.com.
So
Well,
don't.
you know, some of you are commenting on Facebook and Instagram that you wish we could answer all of your questions. We have hundreds of comments going by
Yeah.
on 2 different platforms, so
Yeah.
we just can't answer everything. But our customer service is so knowledgeable,
They will.
and they will answer everything that you need. And if they can't answer it, they send the question to me, and I answer it. And if I can't answer it, I send the question to Suzanne, and
I
she
answer
answers
it,
it.
yeah.
So
We try our best.
It will get to you if you,
You
go
can't
through customer
imagine.
service.
There are thousands of you asking questions, and I have a couple of friends. Like I had one friend who said, "Caroline never answers my question." I thought, "You're not the only one coming through." So
You can't even see them. They go by so fast.
they go by so fast. Anyway, I want to end this show the way I end my nightclub act, and you'll be surprised how I end my nightclub act. There's a beautiful quote by Lao Tzu that I live by this. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you are at peace, you're living in the present. I wish you peace. And I know this, it's not who you are, it's not what you do, it's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Good night, everybody.